Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. U.S. President Donald Trump stated Monday that he plans to discuss American arms sales to Taiwan with Chinese President Xi Jinping when the two leaders meet for talks in Beijing this week. Trump acknowledged that President Xi would prefer the United States to cease weapons sales to the self-ruled island, which China claims as its territory. This topic is expected to be among many discussed during their Thursday and Friday meetings in the Chinese capital. Senior U.S. officials have reiterated that U.S. policy toward Taiwan remains unchanged, guided by the Taiwan Relations Act, which permits assisting Taiwan in maintaining a sufficient self-defense capability. In December, the United States approved a potential sale of over $11 billion in weapons and related equipment to Taiwan, a move that drew an angry reaction from Beijing, which has not ruled out the use of force to bring the island under its control. This report comes from Kyodo News. Taiwan reports that on the eve of the highly anticipated Xi-Trump summit, the U.S. government announced new sanctions on Monday, May 11th, targeting 3 individuals and 9 companies. These entities were blacklisted for their alleged role in facilitating the illicit sale and shipment of Iranian oil to China. The U.S. Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, specified that the sanctions target individuals and entities, including those based in Hong Kong, Dubai, and Oman, for helping Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, use shell companies to move oil. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent stated that the Trump administration would continue to use sanctions to sever the financial lifelines of the Iranian government and military, which are used for weapons, nuclear programs, or supporting regional proxies. The State Department concurrently announced a reward of up to $15 million for information leading to the disruption of IRGC financial mechanisms. This move follows previous sanctions against Chinese companies involved in assisting Iran and comes as President Trump is expected to press President Xi Jinping on resolving the standoff with Iran and reopening the Strait of Hormuz during their upcoming meeting. China remains the largest buyer of Iranian oil. Arcadia, California Mayor Eileen Wang has agreed to plead guilty to acting as an unregistered agent for the Chinese government. The U.S. Justice Department announced Wang has resigned from her mayoral position. She is accused of engaging in propaganda and influence activities for Beijing without proper registration and faces a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. According to the plea agreement, Wang and co-conspirator Yao Ming's son operated the U.S. News Center website, targeting Chinese Americans, where they published pro-Beijing content as instructed by Chinese officials between late 2017 and 2022. Sun has already been sentenced to 4 years. Prosecutors detailed how Wang received pre-written articles, including one denying genocide and forced labor in Xinjiang, via WeChat from a Chinese official, then promptly published them on her site and reported back on readership. She also contacted a high-ranking Chinese intelligence figure, John Chen, to disseminate her news articles. This report is from Taiwan. The South Korean government announced Sunday that its boat carrier HMM Namu was struck by 2 unidentified flying objects, causing a fire aboard the vessel. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Park Il stated during an emergency briefing that CCTV footage showed 2 unknown aircraft hitting the portside ballast tank near the stern twice, approximately 1 minute apart. While the incident was captured, the launch source, exact model, and physical size of the objects remain unknown. Authorities have ruled out drifting mines or underwater drone attacks, and further analysis of collected debris is underway to determine the object's nature. The HMM Namu has since arrived at a repair shipyard in Dubai, where a joint South Korean investigation team completed its on-site work. This report comes from UPI, translated from Asia Today. According to Phomwan, new court documents in Elon Musk's ongoing lawsuit against OpenAI reveal that the company quietly amended its bylaws last year, making it significantly more difficult to remove CEO Sam Altman. An expert witness for Musk's legal team stated that following OpenAI's transition to a for-profit entity in 2025, its governance structure was altered. Previously, the nonprofit board could dismiss the CEO with a simple majority vote. However, under the new bylaws, a 2/3 absolute majority of non-employee directors of the Public Benefit Corporation, PBC, is now required for CEO dismissal. This change means that Sam Altman, who was briefly removed in 2023 by a 4 out of 6 board vote, would now need the support of only 2 other directors to retain his position, even if a simple majority voted for his ouster, given the current 7 voting board members. OpenAI has not yet commented on these claims. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.